Coach Taylor. Here with head softball coach Josh Taylor, entering his 5th season, coming off of 4 straight 30-plus win seasons, and also along with preseason pitcher of the year, Allie Floyd. Coach, headed down to Hattiesburg this weekend for 4 straight games to start the season. Just talk about what you're expecting this weekend and what we can expect from this team.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of discovery that's going to happen in our non-conference slate this year. I mean, we're talented. We're young on our infield, especially on the left side, but we're very talented over there. We know what to expect from certain players on our roster, one being Allie and, Reagan and Elena Hang and Alana Rogers. And so we have a really good mix right now, I believe, of players that have been through it, and then we have a really good mix of really talented newcomers as well. So, there's going to be a lot of discovery early. I think, it's always nice, though, to be honest. It brings me a lot of comfort having someone like Allie, I know, getting game one and getting after it, and having players that are a little more mature to kind of keep my, nerves a little calmer going into opening weekend. But like I said, a lot of discovery. We'll start on Friday as far as who's going to be who and what's going to be what, but we have a lot of options, and I'm really excited about the position that our players have put me in. I think we do have a lot of different options, especially offensively. I think our offense is as good as it's been since I've been here. So that's exciting for us, and then we know we have the pitching as well to take us a long way. So I'm excited to get it started, and I'm really excited about the discovery process of what's going to happen over this non-conference schedule as we head into Conference USA play.
When it comes to the first tournament of the year, a lot of it's just about getting your timing down. But what's the biggest thing you want to see this team come out of the weekend with?
Confidence. I mean, just staying confident. I mean, I think right now we've done a good job as a staff we've scrimmaged more than we've ever scrimmaged. So there's been a lot more live looks, not only for our hitters, but for our pitchers as well. And so I think that's been really beneficial for those types of things, timing right out of the gate. I think our players have figured out a plan and approach that they trust, and I think that our hitters are going to be ready to be on time pretty early in the season. I think it's going to be pretty explosive. That's the hope. And I know they've done a good job against our pitchers. And I think our pitchers are pretty elite. So when you look at that, I think we're ready to go. I think this team's really ready to play somebody else. I mean, we've scrimmaged quite a bit, especially in the month of January, to try to get them as many live reps as we possibly can. I think that's one thing that's really changed this year from previous years. And I think being able to do that has been really beneficial for this group.
Sure, it's a luxury when you can move a Gold Glover, from left to center. Like, I'm just curious, like, what's just kind of that position change been like for, and then just kind of maybe talk about that outfield in general. Obviously, we're returning a lot back there.
Our outfield is one of our strongest points in our team. I mean, we have actually 5 really good outfielders. I mean, when you look at the speed that 4 of them bring with Elena Rogers and obviously Elena Hang, and then you got Allie Furr returning as well, who didn't play a lot of outfield, mostly in the DP spot last year, but she's going to play a lot more outfield this year. She's improved tremendously. We got a new addition of Callie Bennett, who's another speed option, who's just quality at bat after quality at bat, who can go get it in the outfield as well. And then, just not speak about Carly Sellers would be a crime too. I mean, she's improved tremendously in the outfield. I mean, all 5 of them can play at any day, and certainly all 5 of their bats play on a daily basis. So finding innings for them, that's part of that discovery that I was talking about. I mean, we're going to try to go with the hot hand at certain times, but we can either put a lot of speed out there, we can put some speed and some power out there. But as far as the transition with Elena Hang, I mean, it's been seamless. She's just a good defender. I mean, I literally believe that I could put her at second base or shortstop and she'd play it at a high level. She just knows how to go get the ball and make plays, and it's an instinct that you just can't teach, and she certainly has it.
Allie, preseason pitcher of the year, obviously coming off such a successful season last year. How are you still hoping to elevate your game, and does this put any pressure on you, or does it maybe just give you more confidence going in?
I think the biggest thing is just it showed this doesn't really mean anything. It just shows all my hard work that I put in the previous years. But I mean, for me, it's just attacking batters and all that. And I think as a team this year, I'm more so team focused and being the past 3 years we've had 32 wins, and so it's kind of I want to get to the 40 win count this year and the 40 win mark. And just setting the goal of getting to a regional this year. I feel like that's our biggest goal as a team, and we have the team to do it. And I think me just going out there and whenever I'm in the circle, just giving my best and attacking the hitters and knowing that I am good enough to be where I am, and just I think more so I'm just more team focused this year, because I mean I can't score runs pitching, so I would love for my team to continue to score runs and be there for me and be there for me defensively as well.
Last year in the fall, you're coming off the disc bulge, and then obviously I know that to end the last season you're coming off the injury. I guess just going into this year, where's the health at with you?
Yeah, I mean the health is probably the best it's been in a while. I mean, I still deal with different little things like that, but I'm getting treatment. I'm doing all that I can to continue to stay healthy and be the best that I can be whenever season comes. And, like, at the end of the day, like, I need to be my best whenever at conference tournament and then regionals and super regionals and so on. So just continuing to take care of my body and just continuing to go to my resources that I have.
With this being your 4th year in the program, just how much more of a leadership position are you kind of stepping into this year?
I feel like I've carried a leadership pretty much all, I would say, sophomore year on. I feel like I've been a pretty vocal voice. Just continuing it and continuing to be there, like, whenever we are doing good and whenever we are doing bad, just being the constant on the field and in the dugout, and just making sure that I am someone that anyone can come talk to at any moment, and just being a constant for the team.
Curious, when you look at just the pitching staff in general, obviously her, Ruby, Alyssa, I mean, there's Laney, there's a lot of different arms that you can put out there. Just maybe talk about just the rotation strengths that you see this year.
Well, we try to build a staff. I know Chelsea and I spoke about it when we first got here. We want to really try to have a staff mentality. I mean, obviously, when you have a front-end starter like Allie, that makes that sequence a little bit easier. I mean, but Laney's come a long way in her development from last year. I mean, it started out rough for her last year, and she got better and better and better. And then she's continued to get better and added some pitches this year where I think she can change speeds a little bit. And her velocity's up right now, which is exciting to see at the right time as she continues her progression of her career. And, you know, we added Ruby Fidge, and, you know, kid from Adelaide, Australia, and she does things. She's heavy down with a plus changeup. Riley Scholl's coming along really well right now. She had her probably best outing we've seen her since she's been here just the other day, which was exciting to see. And then we added another lefty. We have 2 lefties, which is nice with Campos. So there's a lot of diversity there with how we can attack hitters, you know, and how we can follow an Allie or a Laney up to still continue to get hitters out if we have to go through lineups, you know, multiple times without Allie carrying that huge load. We would like to do that. I mean, obviously Allie's going to carry a load. There's no doubt about it. She's earned that. But at the same time, we want to be able to get people out in different ways. And I think our staff is going to allow us to do that. And I think Chelsea does an amazing job with them. And I trust her wholeheartedly, and she's excited to get started. So that makes me excited to get started with our pitchers.
I know you don't take any stock in the preseason awards, but I mean, being picked second, having the pitcher and player of the year, I mean, just what does that say about just the talent level of what you guys can possibly accomplish this year?
Well, we're excited about the talent level. I mean, we feel like we've put a really good team on the field. Now, we do have some young people in some key spots that are going to have to perform at a high level on a daily basis, and there'll be some growing pains that go along with that. And we're really grateful for our non-conference schedule right now that we can kind of get through that and they can settle in a little bit. But, you know, the preseason awards are the preseason awards to me. It's been like that my whole career, and you know, ultimately you got to go out and prove it on the field. It's flattering that the other coaches and other people in our conference feel that way about us, but ultimately at the end of the day, you got to perform, and I think our players know that, and you know, I certainly do, and it's going to be a day-by-day basis and a pitch-by-pitch thing all year, and hopefully we're peaking at the right time. And that's the goal, is to be ready when conference play starts. And you go back to our first year, we peaked at the right time. And we weren't very good in non-conference. Nobody remembers that. We were really struggling early, and we got going and won 12 conference games in a row to finish the season out. That's really what matters. To get, how hot are you going into that conference tournament? How hot are you at the last 4 weekends of conference play? And that's where we want to sit this year. I think, we don't want to have any dips late, as we've had. I mean, she referenced 32 wins. Yeah, I'm kind of tired of that number too.
Third and short's going to look obviously a lot different with Nohumune or Rayleigh. Just like who's kind of stepping into those roles? Who do you kind of see maybe filling in? Like you mentioned, there's going to be some just names floating, but who do you kind of see early on?
Well, shortstop, there's nothing really floating around. I mean, Brady Galloway is going to be our shortstop. I mean, she just has done an incredible job defensively over there. She can make plays in the run. I mean, I can argue that we're not going to dip at all defensively in that department. I just don't see it happening. Offensively, she's going to have ups and downs. She's still learning how to hit at this level, but she's extremely explosive. So having a freshman to be able to step in, and Brady is really mature and understands how to play this game. Huge IQ, gets it, can throw from all 3 slots, plays in the run really well, does things right away that sometimes is learned, and she already has those instincts. So I'm real comfortable there. Third base, we've had 4 different people over there all fall. So I mean, you got Leah Brooks, who's a freshman from Wyoming, that explosive bat. She's going to have some ups and downs in the preseason too. I mean, she's probably going to strike out a little bit, but man, when she gets it, it's dangerous, and she's fun to watch. And she's pretty consistent over there on the defensive side, is catching the ball and getting people out. So, and we've had some surprises, and we've had some really good surprises over there. I think Maddie Stringer, another freshman, is doing a really good job, and she's progressed nicely. I think Gracie Flores, who has been, this is her third year in our program, and she struggled her first 2 years, and I mean, I'm really proud of that kid. I mean, she's really, she's going to have a significant role for us this year on the offensive side, especially, where she competes and she can swing it. And then you got Carolina Itzen as well, who's doing a good job. But there's development there. They're just young. There's development there. So there's going to be curves to that, and there's going to be bumpy roads to that, and I understand that. And we're just going to have to make sure that they're staying on pace with that player development, which we've talked about since day one here in our program, that we really still believe in that. Even in today's world, we still believe in that. And as long as players stick with us, we'll stick with them. And I think they've all done a really good job in their maturation process in the short period of time they've been here. And I think it's just going to continue to get better and better.
Allie, you picked up several ranked wins last year. Picked up a win over Oklahoma State, picked up a win over Auburn. Just how much confidence does that give you, going in to face these teams in the CUSA and in non-conference games?
Yeah, I think it gives me confidence, but also I just take every new season as a new season, and it's nice to have that. But I think it's more so just looking at this season and what I can do this season against these teams, and just how I can contribute to help my team win, because I know that they're going to contribute all the runs that I need, and just keeping us in close games and keeping us in games that we're maybe winning by a lot of runs, but just doing what I can do to contribute to the team. And it's nice to have those wins, but at the end of the day, it's a new season, so it's going to bring new challenges and different things to me that I'm going to have to face whenever I get to them, and just continuing to just stay in the game and in each moment.
Allie, doing so much live work, as Coach Taylor mentioned already this season, what have you seen from your offense? How are your hitters going to disrupt pitchers this season?
Yeah, I think it's I'm tired of pitching to them. Like, this is the most that we have scrimmaged in my 4 years that I've been here, and I'm honestly tired of pitching to them, because it's so hard to get them out, and like, they really don't have any holes whenever I'm pitching to them. So it's like, come on, I'm just ready to see different batters who really haven't seen me all my 4 years, or haven't seen me 50 different at-bats. But I mean, I think it's really fun and going to be awesome to see them against different pitchers, and just see how they're going to be able to explode off of those pitchers and just see what they can do.
Do you feel like your leadership style changes now that you're kind of like at this point where like you're kind of the leader of this program, like the expectations are high? Like, I know when we talked last year, like when you came as a freshman, maybe just more behind the scenes. Now that you're kind of at the front of the line, does that change how you approach like your teammates? Or
No, sir. I feel like I've always been pretty vocal. My freshman year I wasn't as vocal, just because I was trying to get my footing and trying to find my place here in this program. But I feel like my sophomore year I got vocal, and I feel like I've just been vocal all the rest of my 3 years here and going into this year too. So I'm going to continue to be vocal and be the person that calls people up and calls people out, and just continuing to just lead by example and doing what I can do to help the team get better.
Ben, you got any questions?
I'm good, thank you.
All right, appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.
Guys.
Thanks.
Good job.
Thanks.